There are a lot of games coming to Steam in May, and I mean a lot. I've been looking at the list, kind of noodling some of the ones that I've been interested in, and I realized I should share some of these. In fact, I want to share all of them, because I don't know what might be enticing to whom. So, it's going to be a beefy list, just going to say that now, but I am going to go through every single one of them, with a few exceptions, one being the ones that aren't necessarily great. In terms of YouTube, well, you know what I mean. And two, games that are expansions to other games or DLC for whatnot, because there's just too many to get through on this list and not enough time to cover all of them. So if there's an expansion or DLC or something neat or interesting coming to a new game, just let me know in the comments below, but they will not be on this list. But because of the size, I think it's a great time to grab some popcorn or your favorite snack, a nice little beverage, and sit back and relax, because we're going to go over every single game that's going to release in May. Starting with May 1st. Now, the very first game that we have on the list that's coming in May is a game called Gambonanza. Gambonanza is a turn-based chess roguelike set on a tiny board with higher stakes. Master tactical twists, invest your winnings, and discover new rule-bending gamuts, tile, and piece combinations. Face off against challenging bosses and get lost in all the ways you can break traditional chess. Gambonanza doesn't really look like the game I usually go for, because I don't usually play the virtual board game style games, but this game looks pretty cool. Actually, it looks very interesting. It's like a nice mesh of well, chess, but also there's a horror element, it looks like, and also it gives me kind of Baltaro vibes, if you know what I'm talking about. So actually, it might be kind of worth checking out. And the demo, if you want to check it out early before May 1st, it's available right now and you can play it. So yeah, Gambonanza looks kind of cool. Now, the next game on our list for May 1st I wasn't sure if I was going to promote or not because of the subject matter, but is goofy enough and not taking itself seriously that I don't think it's going to be too problematic. Just for reference, I'm not a proponent for gambling. I don't like the idea of gambling. I think it's a serious issue. But this game isn't necessarily endorsing it, and that is Gamble with Your Friends. Gamble with Your Friends is an online 1 to 6 player co-op casino crawler where you and your friends share one bank account and one massive debt. Gamble, buy sketchy items, make terrible decisions, and climb an ominous casino tower to hit your loan shark's daily quota in 5 minutes, or face the consequences. Now, Gamble with Your Friends looks like exactly the type of game me and my own personal friend group would partake in, something similar to Peak or RV There Yet, or likewise, those kinds of party games that you and a group of, well, in this case, 1 to 6 people get together and just goof off the entire time and let the shenanigans ensue. So I think this game looks like a blast. Now, the next game on the list shifts the tone just a little bit. Not necessarily too seriously, but into something a bit different. That game is Goblin Vike, Thief Tycoon. At night, you're a thief, sneaking into dungeons to steal goods. By day, you're a cunning merchant, haggle to sell at high prices. Master the art of stealth, steal the demon lord's hidden treasures, and recruit employees. Expand your business. Grow from a penniless goblin to a black market tycoon. Now, this game looks interesting for a number of reasons, mainly because it's combining two different genres typically, like your Metroidvania and your shopkeeper style, and it's squishing them together, which is kind of cool. And it's all in this different vein, this different aesthetic of being a thief, instead of just trying to make your way through town. You're, the stranger in town, the new hero. You're actually a thief. So that's kind of an interesting take. Now, next on the list in the same fantasy genre, we have a game called Soul Quest. Well, you carve your path through hordes of enemies, defying the gods to seize the power of Morrigan, goddess of death, and retrieve the soul of your beloved. This game actually looks really cool, and I might be checking it out myself, because it fits right into my wheelhouse of, well, fantasy first, and then secondly, all of this cool side-scrolling action-y stuff that we've had on the channel recently. So, If you're interested in Soul Quest, it comes out May 1st, or if you're watching this after May 1st, well, just go check it out. Now, last on the list for May 1st, but not least, there's a game called Meltopia, a minimalist game where you melt snow with a heat cannon to explore a mysterious frozen world, uncover glacial secrets, collect valuable resources and ancient artifacts, and ultimately find and assemble the remains of an ancient mammoth. It's like the type of simulation sandbox style game that you could get lost in for hours, thinking that you're just spending a few minutes. You're like, okay, just a little bit more, and you wake up and, well, from your haze of playing, not actually waking up, not falling asleep. I'm rambling. But you look up at the clock and it's 4 a.m. and you meant to go to bed like 6 hours ago. Yeah, it looks like that kind of game. So if that's your wheelhouse, that's your type of game, go check it out. It is out in May 1st. Now it looks like May 2nd and May 3rd, Saturday and Sunday, are both empty. So I gotta save my breath a little bit. But May 4th, we have another stack of interesting games. First on that list is a good old action war simulator game, World of Warship Legends. Join this free-to-play PvP online naval shooter with fast-paced combat, easy-to-learn gameplay, intuitive controls, and cross-platform play on Steam, console, and mobile. Choose from over 600 plus warships, 150 plus commanders, and master tactics on diverse maps. Play now and become a legend. I feel like I just read off a free ad spot for this game, but it's fine. I can bill them. I'll send them an invoice, but that's beside the point. If free-to-play war sim games are your thing, World of Warship Legends is out on May 1st, so go check it out. Otherwise, send them an email for me and tell them they owe me like pennies for putting this out in front of my 200 subscribers. I'm a doofus. Next on this list is a game that takes war just a little bit less seriously, and that's Ash and Adam's Existential Treads. Now, Ash and Adam's Existential Treads is a mini-action city builder in a post-apocalyptic world. Well, grow your settlement and fend off waves of enemies to restore nature. This game looks like it's a little tower defense, a little bullet hell, a little Vampire Survivors-esque. But yeah, overall it looks like a cool, unique little game to check out. So Ash and Adam's Existential Treads comes out May 1st. If that's your style of game, excuse me, I said May 1st, May 4th. This game comes out on the 4th. It's the 4th. Go check it out. Now, taking a break from war and the pew-pews and the daka-dakas, we've got a little bit of a slower paced game, but not any less intense, because that's Prime Monsters. Now, Prime Monsters is a card-based political roguelike about surviving a parliament of literal monsters. Fight for votes, break rules, weather scandals, and force through absurd laws to keep the top job in this democratic dystopia of truly monstrous proportions. So yeah, it's a deck-building roguelike game where it's about, well, political intrigue within a monstrous universe. That sounds interesting. So if deck building and roguelike games are your interest and you like the aesthetic of Prime Monster, go check it out on May 4th. Now, in a major shift in style, but still staying in the realm of politics, there's a visual novel next, and that game is Your Crown Is Mine. Take the throne and fix the corrupt kingdom, or worsen it. A villainous life sim where you balance stats, manage a country, and romance 4 love interests. Your choices will affect the whole kingdom's story. Now, from that trailer and what I could tell from looking at this game, everything looks hand-drawn, which, awesome. We need more of that. So if you like some visual novels and you like romance and political intrigue, go check this game out. Your Crown Is Mine is out on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with this game. Back into the realm of deck builders, the next game on this list is Island Tiles. Island Tiles is a cozy but compulsive roguelike deck builder where you unlock powerful technology cards, shape your deck to craft game-breaking combos, and grow your settlements to glory in this ultra-satisfying roguelike. Now, this game looks like it managed to successfully achieve the combination of cozy and roguelike at the same time, which is usually not a sentence I would say, so that's interesting on its own right. So if this looks like a cool little thing, fun little deck building civilization builder, go check it out. Comes out on May 4th. Once again, May the 4th be with you. Now that's it for May 4th, and we're on to Revenge of the 5th. And May 5th has some very unique titles coming out, one I'm very excited for. And the first one on that list is Dead as Disco. Dead as Disco is martial arts meets music video in Dead as Disco, a neon-drenched beat-em-up where every punch, kick, and combo syncs to the music. Join Charlie Disco on a quest to confront the villainous idols and reunite the band. Now, this game looks like a techno K-pop version of The Bouncer, and if you know what that game is, I'm sorry, you don't have a choice. We're best friends now. That's just how the rules work. So I'm absolutely going to be picking this game up on the 5th, because boy does it look fun. Now, May 5th is intentionally trying to have my wallet screaming because the next game on this list is one I'm equally interested in, and that is Motor Slice. In Motor Slice, you parkour through the ruins of a megastructure, climb massive bosses, and hunt down every construction equipment in this slice-of-life action adventure with immaculate vibes. Now, immaculate, I'm not sure does this trailer justice. It gives me old school Dragon Ball meets Sable vibes, which is a combination I never expected to see in my lifetime. So if you thought this game looked cool the same way I thought this game looked cool, you can check it out on May 5th. And that is Motor Slice. Now to chill out the vibes just a little bit more, the next game on this list is Wax Heads. Wax Heads is a cozy punk narrative sim about working in a struggling record store. Chat to quirky customers with unique tastes, explore a handcrafted record collection, fall in love with bands and their drama, or just slack off with your colleagues, whatever gets everyone's groove back. This game looks a bit like Coffee Talk meets Tiny Bookshop, all wrapped in a punk rock package, which to me sounds awesome, especially since it's a chill, conversational-based indie game, which I love to play those games when I've had a stressful day, especially. And the beginnings of this channel started with a lot of chill indie game lists. So this looks perfect for those. Back in line with the roguelike deck builder games, we've got another one, and that's Handmancers. Handmancers is a rock-paper-scissors roguelike deck builder with a first-person twist, where clear tactical choices meet deck-building depth. Craft your deck, enhance your cards, equip tricky artifacts, and face powerful enemies in strategic fights. Now this game looks like it's trying to take a unique approach with its rock, paper, scissors card-based mechanics and pair them up with some visually striking graphics, which looks colorful and interesting all at once. So yeah, it comes to early access on May 5th. It's not fully out, but it does enter early access if it's something that you want to check out. So yeah, that's Handmancers on May 5th. Now, last but not least on our releases for May 5th, the next game on this list is Forge Wizard. In Forge Wizard, you click, craft, and collect your way to alchemical mastery. Progress through a branching skill tree and explore the Forbidden Woods. Collect resources and build machines of magic. Slay monsters, farm crops, and automate your production to become the all-powerful Forge Wizard. So if you like casual simulation and crafting games, it looks like Forge Wizard is crafting up to be one of the most interesting games to launch on May 5th, if that's your style. So far, the one I'm most excited for on May 5th is Dead as Disco. Which one is yours? Tell me in the comments. Do that. Which one are you most excited for? Now moving on from May 5th to May 6th, the games don't stop. And first and foremost, coming at the top of the list, we have a lovely little fantasy survival co-op game, and that is Forever. Let's see what you did there. It's a play on words. Forge your legend in a forgotten realm. Forever is an online multiplayer action RPG set in a vast fantasy open world. Alone or with friends, embark on an epic journey together. Explore wild lands and dangerous dungeons, craft powerful gear, and carve your path through dynamic combat and platforming. I don't understand why, towards the end of every one of these descriptions, I feel the need to make a voice about it, but there it is. This game looks like a nice little interesting fantasy RPG, open world, sandboxy, co-op thing. You know what I mean? That was a terrible description. It looks fun. It looks interesting. Yeah. If you're into Genshin Impact-y, Minecraft-y, Wombo Combo style games, maybe Forever is going to be an interesting early access release. That's another thing. This game is early access, so it's not fully released on May 5th, or excuse me, May 6th. But it is coming to early access if you want to check it out. Next on this list is for your serious tactical FPS type people out there who just love themselves an intense FPS style game, and that game is Beyond Enemy Lines Vietnam. A tactical Vietnam war shooter with open mission areas. Infiltrate, ambush, or go in loud. Customize weapons, use vehicles, and play solo in co-op or PvP. Create missions with a built-in editor. Now, I'm probably editing out majority of the audio in all of these trailers just for copyright purposes, but throughout the entirety of that trailer was your typical CCR music. That style of music. It wasn't them specifically, because I'm guessing they couldn't get the rights to it, but it's definitely trying to give the Nam vibes. But yeah, if you're interested in that, it's out on May 6th. Now this next game, I can't decide if I immediately want to buy it or if I want to avoid it like the plague, because I have a soft spot for dogs. I love to adopt puppies, and this next game is about a dog dealing with horrible, horrible things, and that's The Good Dog Chasing Shadows. In The Good Dog Chasing Shadows, play as a dog defending your family from paranormal creatures. Explore the world and solve environmental puzzles to save your loved ones and uncover the mystery. Now my problem is I don't want to see anything bad happen to a dog, so I'd probably be super tempted to just let the shadowy monsters get the people and so the dog could be safe, but I don't know, it looks pretty cool, it looks pretty awesome. Love myself a good horror game, so who knows, maybe I'll check it out. But yeah, The Good Dog comes to early access, again, another game on our list of early access, but it comes out on May 6th, and we can't go a day without releasing a roguelike deck builder game, so the next on this list is another one of those, and that is Rainbow Legends. Rainbow Legends is a territory control roguelike deck builder, where the side with more tiles at round's end deals damage. Seize ground, place structures, shield your core, and unlock builds with card shapes, factions, and relics. Now this game seems to have some interesting vibes and fun mechanics, so if you're in the market for a new deck builder roguelike game, you should maybe check this one out. It comes out May 6th. That's it for May 6th. We're about to launch our way into May 7th, so if you haven't, grab a snack because we're just getting started, or if you need to grab some more, do that now because we're launching into some pretty interesting games on the 7th, starting with one that I'm personally excited for, and that is Alabaster Dawn. In Alabaster Dawn, break Nyx's curse and guide humanity's rebirth in this top-down 2.5D action RPG from the creators of Crosscode. Battle enemies with stylish combos, wield multiple divine weapons, and solve intriguing puzzles and explore a changing world. Now with some incredible visuals and a story vibe that I'm personally intrigued in, plus the fact that the developers also made Crosscode, this is one that I'm very excited about. In fact, I might do some content about it for the channel. So yeah, stay tuned to May 7th for Alabaster Dawn, coming to early access. Forgot to mention that. There's always a catch. It's not fully released, it's early access. Moving on! The next game on this list is a little bit more solemn in its vibes, and coming May 7th alongside Alabaster Dawn, the game Will Follow the Light is coming out. Dive into a realistic single-player first-person journey through the harsh northern latitudes as you sail endless waters, searching for your way back to your loved ones. Will you follow the light? Now this game looks pretty spooky and atmospheric, not to mention that I have a very acute fear of open and deep water, so I might avoid this one, or we'll see. Mostly probably going to avoid this one, but it looks awesome, so if you're into this kind of stuff, I'd actually recommend playing it. Now following along the trend of some big hitters coming out on May 7th, this is another game that I am personally excited for. I probably won't do any content for the channel using this game, because just the copyright hellstorm that would be this game. But the next game, without further ado, I've talked it up enough. I'm super excited to introduce Mixtape. On their last night together, three friends embark on one final adventure. Play through a mixtape of memories set to a soundtrack of a generation. Invite to their final party together, a perfectly curated playlist draws three friends into dreamlike reenactments of their favorite memories. Experience a variety of narrative vignettes exploring the pivotal moments that shaped them. Players will immerse themselves in the teenage wasteland by playing through a mixtape of joyful gameplay, from skateboarding and flying to taking photos after hours at an abandoned theme park, hitting baseballs, and putting on fireworks show from the backseat of a car. It's the greatest hits of the teenage experience from the first kiss to the last dance. Like I said, I am so excited for this game to drop. I'm not even going to do any content for it. I just want to experience it. So yeah, mixtape. Go check it out on May 7th. Here to drastically shift the vibes of our list, the game dropping next on May 7th is an action roguelike game, Hunt Down Overtime. Corporations turn crime-infested streets into profit margins for bounty hunters, and John Sawyer is going to make a killing. Hunt, die, upgrade, repeat in this explosive roguelike prequel where every strategic upgrade strips away more flesh and builds a cybernetic fighter one chrome limb at a time. This game gives me a mix between Contra and Streets of Rage, all wrapped in a nice little bundle and tied with a bow that is 80s action flicks like old school Terminator and maybe some Judge Dredd in there somewhere. But yeah, if you're interested in some side-scrolling shooter-style dystopian cyberpunk stuff, go check out Hunt Down Overtime. So that's it for May 7th, and we're on to May 8th, which has one single release listed. But it is an interesting one, so let's go check out Everything is Crab. Everything is Crab, the animal evolution roguelike. Hunt, flee, scavenge, and thrive in a living ecosystem. Choose from 125 plus evolutions and specializations for unique creature combinations in every run. Adapt to survive the natural curve in order to beat carcinization or get Darwin's trying. Trying to read that description out loud was a tongue twister. But I'm glad I did, because I'm better for it. But yeah, Everything is Crab. It looks like a unique little fun roguelike where you evolve and eat stuff and try not to die. So if that seems like it's your vibe, then definitely check it out. It's the only game dropping on May 8th, so give it an extra look-sees. May 9th and May 10th are equally blank, so we're just gonna go on to May 11th. Now on May 11th, we're starting off with a pretty cozy release, and that is Farm to Table. A farming and restaurant management sim with base building elements. Grow in backyard to cook and serve, discover new recipes by exploring ingredients on the island, gather fish, raise animals, and produce with machines. Manage resources, hire staff, and grow your organic business into a 5-star restaurant. So yeah, that looks like a cozy little restaurant sim, and it's coming to early access on May 11th, so go check it out. Next on our list for May 11th is another fun farming simulator, but with a little bit different vibe to it, and that is Besmirch. The town of Besmirch starves. Stave off the hunger as the latest farmhand in this survival horror farming sim, earning the trust of paranoid townsfolk under the thumb of a corrupt baron. Tend to both your farm and the town while avoiding unholy terrors that come in the night. Yeah, so this game looks like a spooky retro version of games like Sunhaven. So if that's something right up your alley, you should check it out on May 11th. Now switching gears back into the realm of cozy, but still with a little bit of a dark twist, the next game on our list is Green Hearth Necromancer. Raise a garden from the dead. Green Hearth Necromancer is a cozy, witchy, semi-idle game about caring for the living and undead plants alike. Grow cute plants in your balcony garden, cast spells, and brew potions, enjoying the chill, idle gameplay and ambience throughout your day. This game looks chill, witchy, very colorful, and all around just like a fun, vibey experience. So if you're looking for more of a chill, atmospheric style game, you should go check out Green Hearth Necromancer, also coming out on May 11th. Now back into the realm of visual novels, our last game from May 11th is The Last Winter Night, spelled with a K. Haunt a suit of armor, explore an abandoned castle, recover your memories, and bring the ghosts of the past to rest in this melancholy visual novel about love, family, and regret. So if you're a connoisseur of visual novels, this might be the perfect addition to your library. With some incredible hand-drawn art and some vibey Dark Souls style aesthetics, this game looks pretty cool. So yeah, if you're into this style, go check it out on May 11th. So May 11th is done. Now we're on to May 12th, and I'll tell you what, May 12th has some stuff to it. It's got some interesting releases. Starting the tone off with Directive 8020. Earth is dying, and humanity is running out of time. 12 light years from home, Tau Ceti F offers a small sliver of hope. When the colony ship Cassiopeia crash lands on the planet, its crew soon realize they are far from being alone. In space, death takes many forms. This game looks really cool, really spooky, but also really cool. I'm particularly interested in its movie night mode, where you can play with a bunch of friends and all of you guys get to participate in an evolving story. So yeah, Directive 8020 coming out May 12th. Continuing the vibes of spooky journeys through unexplainable universes, the next game on this list is Call of the Elder Gods. Journey to the far corners of the earth and unearth ancient horrors in this Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure and sequel to 2020's critically acclaimed Call of the Sea. A first-person adventure game steeped in Eldritchian horror. This game looks pretty interesting. I don't know if I'll pick it up personally, but let me know if this is a game that you'd be interested in playing, because, man, I mean, it looks cool. Let me put it that way. Switching the vibe up just a little bit, we're back to the Metroidvania-style games, and that's Clockwork Ambrosia. Clockwork Ambrosia is a steampunk fusion of Metroidvania and weapon-building 2D shooter. Players pull on the boots of an airship pilot to combat an army of deadly robots and monsters. Experiment with a range of rule-breaking weapon modifications and armor to prevail through this wild adventure. You know, myself and Jake have been kind of on a Metroidvania, Souls-like, and roguelike kick recently on this channel, so this game looks pretty cool. Maybe worth checking out. That's Clockwork Ambrosia, coming out on May 12th. The final game coming out on May 12th thrusts us back into the cosmic horror and depths of space, and that game is Flaw. Find a way out of here and get back to Earth. And Flaw, a retro FPS inspired by cult classics like Unreal, Quake 2, Half-Life, and many others. You and the Flaming Dawn's passengers were looking for a better life among the stars. You have yet found only despair and darkness. Yeah, this game gives old school boomer shooter vibes, so if you like Doom or Quake or any of those retro FPS games, this one definitely might be worth checking out. It is to note that this game is also an early access game. I try to call that out where I see it because I know it bothers some people, myself included. It's a bit of a risk at times, but yeah, just something to note. Early access May 12th. That wraps up May 12th, and we're on to May 13th, and we're starting the list right off with more horror, to be honest with you, and that is Vultures, Scavengers of Death. Vultures is a tactical turn-based survival horror game inspired by 90s survival horror classics. As an operative, scavenge the infested metropolis for materials and information that could cure the infection plaguing the world. This game looks like a retro turn-based version of the first Resident Evil, so that's more your vibe. Check this game out, because it looks kind of cool. I won't pick it up personally, but let me know in the comments if that's something that you would play. Switching genres from horror to something a little bit more cozy, shall we say, is Nomads. Your home is a living beast. Raise it, build on its back, and explore the world as it becomes a moving fortress. Fight, gather resources, and grow stronger alongside it in a fast-paced action RPG with progression, crafting, and exploration. Playable solo or with friends. So if you've ever wanted to build a base on a giant fluffy appa while playing Skyrim simultaneously in a very colorful but dangerous world, then maybe Nomads is just the game you're looking for. Let me check if it's early access. It is also coming to early access, but yeah. Following the same train of thought with the early access survival games, that is Odd Fauna. Odd Fauna. Explore, make friends, and grow your own terror beast. Craft, farm, and forage across a whimsical land with new friends in this sandbox adventure. The art of this game is undeniably adorable and awesome. I might just play it for that alone, but anyway. Odd Fauna, coming to early access in May 13th. Rounding out our games dropping on May 13th comes a game straight out of the textbook of From Software, and that is Dark Dominion. That's to note, it's not from Software, it's just very From Software. Like, yeah, you'll get what I mean. Dark Dominion is a grim Souls-like tale of a man who lost everything. His wife dies giving birth, his daughter 7 years later of pneumonia. Broken, he goes to Warren Falls. Death drags him into a twisted afterworld where he must find the souls of his wife and child, or fade with the shadows. The premise of this game sounds pretty cool. So if you're interested in another Souls-like game and you saw the trailer and it looked interesting, maybe go check it out. Dark Dominion is dropping on the 13th. Moving on to the 14th, our vibe gets a little bit uplifted with the next game being a cozy exploration game with very vibrant colors, and that is Outbound. Explore a colorful world and build your own cozy home on wheels. Craft workstations and source energy from the sun, wind, or water. Upgrade and customize your vehicle, grow crops, and live sustainably off-grid with up to 4 players. This game kind of looks like a less stressful, more cozy base building version of RV Area. If you know, you know. But yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, go check out Outbound on the 14th. Coming up next on the 14th, something very not cozy. This game is Darklight Survivor. In a dying multiverse, the Phantom Train is your last hope. Traverse a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world of nightmarish creatures. Experience dynamic shifts between top-down and third-person views, deep customization, and epic battles across universes in this action roguelike survival game. Shifting between top-down ARPG and third-person shooter is a very interesting take on a way to play a game. So I'm curious to see how that looks. If that sounds interesting to you in this very bleak looking universe, you should go check it out. That's Darklight Survivor. Sticking with the bleak themes, our next game on this list is an action-adventure RPG dark fantasy game called Blades of Fire. Yeah, so this looks like a game that's defined by forging weapons of your own and taking them out into a very dangerous world, hoping that you survive. So if that sounds cool and it looks cool, then go check out Blades of Fire on May 14th. To end cap our list of games coming out on the 14th is a little bit more of a chill, relaxed point-and-click game, and that is Worldlight No Time to Stop. In the heart of Vera's Bay, a brilliant idea takes shape in the hands of an eccentric inventor and an eclectic artist. Follow Margaret and Hector in a point-and-click graphic adventure that will take you to the edge of space and time to help them avert imminent danger. So if unique little point-and-click games are your style, then maybe this one is one for you to check out. Personally, I will be skipping it. But, that's not to say it's not for somebody out there. So yeah, go check it out on May 14th. So that's the end of May 14th, and stepping into the May 15th with a big old boot is the next game on this list, which is The Adventures of Sir Kix-a-Lot. What an interesting way to start the 15th. A first-person action game inspired by Dark Messiah that provides various ways for defeating your foes with weaponry, sorcery, stealth, or clever tactics like kicking them into deadly spikes. So this is a game that looks like it prides itself off of its unique deaths and gameplay mechanics, so if you're interested in that, and it's also a very interesting name, then go check out The Adventures of Sir Kix-a-Lot, dropping May 15th. Next on our list of games coming out on May 15th is an interesting title once again, as it's Deliria. This action-adventure RPG stays in the realms of fantasy as well, so let's take a look at it. Fight, build, and conquer wonders in a thrilling infinite 3D sandbox. An adventure without cubes. Play solo or with friends in PvP, co-op, or creative mode. Backed by 20+ original soundtracks. So fight big bugs while riding other big bugs. And I also kind of find it funny that right after I just talked about a game that has cubes in it, for its graphics, this game was like a game without cubes, as if it were a direct shot at the prior. But that's neither here nor there. If this game looks interesting, go check out Deliria on May 15th. That wraps up the 15th, and there's nothing coming out the 16th or the 17th, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight up to the 18th. Ooh, I almost said something completely wrong. Almost said the 20th. Words. But yes, the 18th. And the 18th looks pretty chill, just a couple games. One of them, I should say, looks chill. And the first game, that is Thrifty Business. Run your very own thrift shop in this laid-back management sim. Sort through boxes to find hidden treasures and arrange nostalgic displays of clothes, antiques, toys, and more. Befriend the regulars, help with their requests, and expand your store into a hub for the local community. So if cozy management sims are right up your alley, go check out Thrifty Business on May 18th. While not labeled as cozy, some people might find this type of game cozy, and we're switching to a tactical war game called Corsairs, Battle of the Caribbean. Get ready to scour the waves of the Caribbean in search of glory and riches. An immersive strategy game set amidst the world of the buccaneering. Navigate tumultuous seas and manage a diverse crew to establish maritime dominance and ensure your fleet's future. So if maritime strategy games are your thing and you love RTSs and boats, so maybe you should check out this game on the 18th. Corsairs Battle of the Caribbean. See how many times I can toss my body around for dramatic effect. That's it for the 18th, and so we're going to go ahead and scooch on over. In fact, we're going to race on over to the 19th, because the next game on the list is Forza Horizon 6. Discover the breathtaking landscapes of Japan in over 550 real-world cars and become a racing legend in Forza Horizon's biggest open-world driving adventure yet. Now, I'm just going to date myself a little bit by saying this comment, but back in my day with the PlayStation 2 and early PC gaming, racing games always had the best graphics. For whatever reason, it always did. Didn't matter if it was Need for Speed or Forza or what have you. They always had the best graphics. And to this day, that still seems to be a little bit of the truth. So yeah, Forza Horizon 6 looks gorgeous, and if you're into racing games, then I don't even like racing games, but this game just looks pretty, and I might pick it up just for that. But yeah, go check it out. Forza 6. Now, in a game that takes the aesthetic in a completely different direction, dropping on May 19th, coinciding with Forza, is Rune Dice. Rune Dice is tactical deck building and bite-sized sessions. Launch dice to create magical chain reactions, choose from distinct hero classes with unique abilities, build synergies between dice, relics, and runes to defeat challenging bosses. This looks like a fun little deck building roguelike game, so if that's more in your wheelhouse, like me, it's more in my wheelhouse at least, I recommend going and checking it out. It's the fun little fantasy pixel art doobly-doo strategy game. PM. Rune Dice. Moving on forward into the future of May 20th, the next game on our list is Spacecraft. The universe is yours. Spacecraft is an online space exploration and building game. Explore a vast galaxy of solar systems and planets, mine and craft resources, design and build ships, automate planetary bases and interplanetary logistics, and trade and cooperate. This game kind of gives me EVE Online meets Star Citizen meets No Man's Sky a little bit. It looks cool. It looks very cool. So if you want to explore space and build stuff, you should check this out. Spacecraft. Localizing us just a little bit more, the next game on this list is about stealing rather than building. Thick as Thieves is a stealth action heist game, playable solo or with a partner in crime and co-op multiplayer. Master the art of thievery through cunning gameplay and short session missions in this dynamic new take on stealth. Yeah, this game looks really cool. It looks like a cool little co-op version of almost like Payday, but set back in time and with a different vibe. But if Thick as Thieves looked interesting to you, then you should check it out on May 20th. Next on our list of wonders for May 20th in game releases is a lovely little simulation game, a fantasy management shopkeeping simulation game, also called Arcane Merchant. Open your own shop in the heart of a medieval fantasy realm. Stock your shelves with everything from potions and swords to mysterious crystals and legendary artifacts. Set your prices, earn your customers' trust, and become the richest merchant in town. Sorry, I ended up doing the voice again. I can't help myself sometimes. It's just silly and it's fun and it matches the game that's currently being talked about. think I just saw somebody get domed in the back of the head with a book. So if smacking people in the back of the head with a large tome while conquering the fantasy realm with a merchant shop is your vibe, maybe you should go check out Arcane Merchant. It drops on the 20th. Next on our list and rounding out our games that are dropping on May 20th is a game that's not quite Forza, and that game is Drive Me Broke. Survive, gain reputation, earn money, build your car, win races, become a legend. That's it. That's the description of the game. What it looks like is you're taking trash vehicles and trying to make them not trash in a building simulator, kind of adjacent to any other building simulator I guess you can think of. I'm drawing a blank, but it looks cool. So if you want to build vehicles from junk to hero, then check out this game. Just don't throw too many bricks through windows, because it's considered frowned upon. Now on to May 21st, and we're on a roll. The first game on our list takes itself a little bit more seriously than the last game on May 20th, and that game is Zero Parades. From the creators of Disco Elysium comes Zero Parades, an espionage RPG. You're a brilliant but tormented operant on one final desperate assignment. Gather your broken network, untangle a web of lies, and prove yourself on the world stage, or blow it all up again. This actually looks like a really cool Choices Matter RPG game. It's considered story-rich and indie, so I'm all for it. Plus it's like a fun cat and mouse dystopian espionage story, so that looks cool. This game is actually one that I might pick up on my own. So if any of that looks interesting, Zero Parades for Dead Spies comes out May 21st. So we're descending into the abyss with our second game launching on May 21st, and that's a bullet hell called Luna Abyss. Luna Abyss is a single-player, story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. The aesthetic of this game looks impressive and terrifying at the same time, and if I had any interest in bullet hells, I'd be snagging this game up immediately. This game looks awesome, so yeah, if you're looking for a new bullet hell with some crazy aesthetics and some very deep lore, it looks like, you should check out Luna Abyss on the 21st. Now, also coming out on May 21st is a game that I am very excited about and very intrigued about, and I'm definitely going to buy it, and I'm going to do a playthrough video of it because it's just that cool. And if you know me and you know the channel, you know I like JRPGs. Now this game is called Starbites. Starbites is the story of a girl's growth and adventure on a vast desert planet, Bitter. The planet Bitter turned into a desert due to the effects of the space war, and the fate of a girl who made a living by finding parts and treasures scattered across the desert as remnants of war begins to change completely due to the Oracle. Now the aesthetic of this game looks insane. And pair that with the fact that it's got old school turn-based combat, which is a thing in a system that I dearly miss being in games regularly because I'm a sucker for it, and I'm one of the weirdos that likes it. I'm very excited to play this game. So that's Starbites, dropping May 21st. Changing gears entirely into the realm of sports, the next game on our list is Copa City, an economic strategy where top football clubs entrust you with organizing their matches. Build in the city, manage its structures and stadium, provide entertainment, food, and security for fans. Your success is measured by match readiness. Now, if you're looking for a management sim, specifically one steeped in the mythos that is sports, this might be the game you're looking for. So Kappa City, May 21st. Switching from some chill sports sim to something very much not that, we're going into World War I, Gallipoli, Ottoman fronts. Land on the battlefields of the Ottoman fronts of World War I. Gallipoli brings the most authentic World War I FPS battles yet, with desert warfare, beach landings, historical classes, and realistic weaponry. With modern FPSs being what they are, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's nice to see a modern FPS decide to go the opposite direction and take on more of the aesthetic that we were given earlier with games like Medal of Honor and the original Battlefields and Call of Duties. You get what I'm saying. Last but not least on our list of games coming out on May 21st is the game that I am very excited about, and that is Coffee Talk Tokyo. Coffee Talk Tokyo is the newest entry in the beloved series. Set in a late-night cafe in Tokyo, brew drinks, meet humans and yokai, and experience heartfelt stories in a cozy, story-rich world. Now, this is a game I'm definitely going to be picking up as soon as it drops on May 21st, because I am an avid enjoyer of Coffee Talk. I love cozy games, and I love cozy games where you just get to make stuff and hear people chat. So if you're interested in that style of game, well, first go play Coffee Talk if you haven't already. Then absolutely go pick up Coffee Talk Tokyo when that drops. Now that rounds out our games for May 21st, and we're going to go ahead and hop into May 22nd, because that seems to be the day for platformers, specifically 3D platformers. And the first game that I'm talking about is Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Rise as the Dark Knight and experience the essential Batman story in a bold, action-packed adventure, with hard-hitting combat in open-world Gotham City and the signature Lego charm that fans know and love. I remember playing the living crap out of Lego Star Wars when that was a big thing. I remember walking into that game thinking it was a joke and that I wasn't going to enjoy it, and then walking away from that game thinking, I might just go buy this for myself because this is really fun. So my guess is probably Lego Batman's going to deliver the same experience. Am I going to buy it? No, probably not. But if somebody else does and I end up playing it with them, I'm probably going to love it. But anyway, let me know if you're interested in Lego Batman, because it drops May 22nd. And springboarding right off of Lego Batman with more platforming excitement, that's Bubsy 4D. The infamous wisecracking Bobcat has returned to 3D in a new platforming adventure. Bubsy is back with new challenges, new moves, and even more personality. Run, jump, glide, and roll across alien planets, battle robotic sheep, and collect tons and tons of yarn. What could possibly go wrong? Bubsy's back, baby! If you have any idea who Bubsy's is, then let me know, because I'm clueless as to this. But apparently he was a hit when the Atari was a big deal, so if that excites you, or just a new 3D platformer looks cool, then go check out Bubsy 4D, dropping May 22nd. Last but not least, we're taking May 22nd back to the realms of bullet hells, and that's with the game Blood High. A vampire cursed to live with head and body separated, shoot blood as ammo, execute enemies with your flying head and survive. Overflow your HP to unleash Blood High mode. Dive into hardcore, over-the-top boomer shooter action soaked in blood. This game looks unique and exciting enough to the point where I might even do some featured content about it on the channel. If that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what will. But if Blood High looked interesting to you, you should go check it out on May 22nd. Once again, we go from May 22nd, finding May 23rd and the 24th to be blank. But we do have a couple games waiting for us on the 25th. And that is starting with a game called Paralives. Paralives is a life simulator game about building homes, lives, and bonds. Through both hardship and success, where will the story take you? Honestly, this looks like an indie take on Sims with a little bit more depth when it comes to the storytelling. So if that sounds like it's something interesting to yourself, then maybe check it out on May 25th. In a different kind of simulator, the next game dropping on the 25th is Electrofix Simulator. Own an electronics and console repair shop. Fix phones, old consoles, solder circuits, and replace components in this co-op store management sim. Build your workshop, earn big. So this looks like the type of meme bait comedic simulation game that you'd expect to see on the internet. So if that seems to be your vibe, that seems to be something that you're looking forward to play with a friend, then go check out Electrofix Simulator on the 25th. On to the 26th, we're getting towards the end of the month. And the first game to launch us into May 26th is Romestead. Romestead. Instead of Homestead. Do you get it? You understand the joke. It's a play on words. What isn't a play on words is the gameplay. Rome has fallen. Rebuild civilization in this action-adventure survival game for 1 to 8 players. Fight. Build towns and earn favor with Roman gods. Or just farm your crops. So in case you were running out of 2D farming adventure sims that you can play with your friends and wanted one that was Rome flavored, well, that's what we get with Romestead. And actually, jokes aside, it looks pretty fun. So if that's something that you're interested in, go check it out on May 26th. The next game on this list was a game that I'm personally excited for because it's a creature collector JRPG style game, and that is Lumentale, Memories of Trey. Now, Lumentale Memories of Trey is a captivating monster collector RPG set in a beautiful and enchanting world. Follow Trey as he embarks on an adventure to recover his missing memories and make new ones with Animon. So if you're looking for an exciting new adventure in the realm of JRPG creature collecting and certain other games aren't quite doing it for you at the time, this game, Lumentale Memories of Trey, if I can memorize the memories part, looks like to be a great game. I'm very excited for it. In fact, I'm gonna add it to my wish list so I don't forget to buy it. Yeah, you should do the same. Go check out Lumentale. It looks awesome. Why are you still sitting here? Go. Actually, no, don't do that. Still watch the video. But after the video, take a note. Get a pen of paper and a pen, a pad of paper and a pen, and write down Lumentale Memories of Trey, and then go buy the game because it's cool. But still watch the stuff. We got more videos games to cover. I'm losing my mind. Speaking of losing my mind, this next game on the list that's dropping on May 26th might just cause me to do that if I decided to play it, because it is a Souls-like game, and I'm notoriously bad at Souls-like games. I get better the more I play them, surprise, surprise, but they're rough. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The game is The Relic. Embark on a heroic fantasy adventure in this unique Asian-inspired action RPG. This game looks gorgeous, so if you're looking for a new Souls-like to keep you up at night, The Relic might just be that game. Now, speaking of games that might keep you up at night, this next Souls-like might be your next fixation as well, because this is Stone Machia. It's like a Souls-like game with chess pieces. Fight, Zafiro. Arm yourself with the power of chess and explore Metalhead, a land haunted by the plague of angels, and a dark action-adventure with Souls-like elements. Will you be able to return to heaven? This game looks pretty cool. It's actually like chess pieces, Souls-like Elden Ring game. Yeah, if that looks like it's your vibe, check it out. It's dropping May 26th. Now, stepping away from the Souls-like games so we can dive into this survival game. The next game dropping and the last game dropping on May 26th is Life Below. Life Below is a refreshing twist on the city building genre, set beneath the waves. Shape thriving coral reefs, revive collapsing ecosystems, and grow a living seascape in a heartfelt narrative by Rihanna Pratchett. You're the ocean's final hope. Clean up the ocean and create a whole underwater civilization. So that's Life Below. Now, setting the sun on May 26th to wake up to May 27th, the first game is 007 First Light. See what I did there? It's a light joke. Earn the number. 007 First Light is a thrilling espionage action-adventure game from IO Interactive. Follow James Bond as a young, resourceful, and sometimes reckless recruit into MI6's training program, and discover an origin story of the world's most famous spy. Now, if you're into AAA titles and exciting, flashy, big set-piece style games that are filled with action and intrigue, then 007 First Light might just be for you. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass on this one because I have a reputation for loving indie games, but you never know. Sometimes a game like this also strikes a chord. Now we're back to building things, but this time in space. And that game is Space Miner. I lied to you. And that game is Star Miner. Design and build an interstellar mining fleet to strip space of its invaluable minerals and sell them for a tidy profit. But beware, your greed will attract the alien. Use warships and defense platforms to protect your fleet at all costs, in real space, in real time. Now, Star Miner looks like an interesting new approach to the base building mechanic. And so if that interests you, building stuff in space and protecting it from evil aliens, this game drops the 27th. Now, calling into the world of psychology and strangeness, this next game on our list is Schrodinger's Call. When the world is coming to an end, who would you want to speak to one last time? Schrodinger's Call is a visual novel that lets you experience the pain and salvation of human connection, as if you were turning the pages of a picture book. Now, this game looks like it's chock full of hand-drawn art and deep philosophical conversations, so if that's your style and you love visual novels, this is one to definitely add to your library. Check it out on May 27th, and I might do so myself, because, sometimes reading visual novels is just exciting. Now, leaving the realm of the psychological, philosophical, and interesting visual novel, we're embarking on a different kind of excitement with the next game on our list, and that's Echo Generation 2. There's a second one. Didn't know there was a first one. But anyway, embark on a sci-fi deck-building RPG odyssey. Build your crew, master powerful decks, and uncover the truth behind a growing cosmic threat. Deal the cards, defy the cosmos, embrace the adventure. The setting of this game looks awesome. The story looks pretty interesting, and honestly, the deck-building turn-based combat system has me interested in checking it out myself. Just based on the title alone and the initial aesthetic, I wasn't sure that I was initially going to be pulled into this game, but after watching the trailer, I might just get it. I might just pick it up, because this game looks pretty cool. May 27th, Echo Generation 2. I just hope I don't have to play the first one first, Now we're starting to creep up on the last 2 days of the month of May that has actual video game drops on Steam. So if you've made it this far, consider subscribing, because you'd be awesome. And also you wouldn't miss any more content like this. And just in case you're still sitting there and running out of snacks because this is kind of a beefy long video, go refresh. Go get some more popcorn or chips or whatever, and grab another beverage while you're at it, and get me something too. You're awesome. Now that you're back and you're ready to watch what else is coming out this month, we're back with something a little bit scarier on the 28th, and the first game for May 28th is Shift at Midnight, an online co-op detective horror for up to 3 players. Work together across randomly generated shifts to investigate your customers, as some are only pretending to be human. Make one mistake and you'll be forced to board up, set traps, and hide. This game looks like a really fun mix between No, I'm Not a Human and Gas Station Simulator. Like, it's a fun little shop manager and survival horror game. So, honestly, this is a game, if you have a group of friends to play with, go tell them all about it and go play it, because it looks fun. May 28th, Shift at Midnight. Next on our list of games coming out on May 28th is a different kind of simulator, and that game is Cheap Car Repair. Cheap Car Repair, go back in time to Poland of the 90s. Run your own cheap car repair shop. Look for savings wherever you can. Make lots of money and avoid angry customers. I think the trailer, the description says everything that needs to be said about this game. Maybe if you go play this game, you can learn some stuff about cars or older cars from the 90s or whatever. Anyway, cheap cars repair simulator, May 28th. Speaking of breaking things and just causing a general ruckus, the next game on this list is Crash Out Crew. Time to clock in at Denial Shipping, the world's most efficient warehouse. Work together in online co-op with up to 4 players to fulfill orders of increasingly chaotic, physics-based boxes. Time is money, and safety is no concern. Just try not to crash out. This game looks like the fork truck equivalent of Overcooked. And honestly, if I had a group of friends that were equally interested in a game like this, absolutely, I'd play the living hell out of it. So, if you're interested and you want to play this game where you stack boxes with your group of friends and watch the chaos ensue, go check out Crash Out Crew, May 28th. This next game will most assuredly not make you crash out. In fact, it's the coziest of cozy games if you like maps. And that game is Map, a game about maps. In this game, you make the maps, become the cartographer of a small adventure crew, and use proper navigation tools like a real explorer. Map the environment to turn unknown islands into a hand-drawn journey toward a legendary treasure. Now, I love me some cel-shading and cozy vibes. Plus, there's adventure awaiting with potential of treasure, so why not? Maps are cool. I love maps. I like putting maps in my books. If you know, you know. But yeah, Map, a game about maps. Go check it out on May 28th if that's your vibe. Now, last but not least, on May 28th, we have a very interesting title. One that you're going to think I'm lying to you about because it's an interesting mouthful of a game. But I assure you, it is a real game, and it is an existing and exciting game that I'm kind of intrigued by. And that is remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time. A deduction puzzle game set in the last hour of a lost, non-existent 90s JRPG, complete with original manual, director's commentary, and clips of an unreleased amateur documentary, all used to uncover the secret at the heart of it all. What is the greatest RPG of all time? Now, even reading through the description of this game, you get a little bit confused as to what's going on, which is a good thing, surprisingly enough, in this situation, because it's a weird genre bend with the fourth wall breaking, real-life video mixed in with an old classic RPG-style game. And it's such an odd story. Just go look it up, go check it out, and honestly, if it sounds interesting, just keep an eye on it, because it looks like a very interesting game. That is the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time, dropping May 28th. Go look at it, it's cool. Now we're starting to round out to the end of the list, May 29th, the last day of releases on this list, and we're starting off with a game that I'm also very intrigued by, and that game is Stardust, Wish of a Witch. Stardust, Wish of a Witch is a single-player SRPG, beautifully crafted in pixel art. Follow the secret of wish-granting Star and join the adventure of the girls Star and the mage Yu. Now, this is a game that features grid-based combat similar to Disgaea or Final Fantasy Tactics. And honestly, I'm going to just click on Add to Wish List right now because this game looks really cool. And it's dropping on May 28th if you want to download the demo that is also available. Now, for the next game on our list, we're taking things a little bit more liminal. And that is Backrooms. Escape the Backrooms levels as reality warps with every step. Listen for the whispers behind the walls, and they may guide you out. Enjoy an unbelievable co-op Backrooms experience. Now, I was a little bit hesitant to add this one to the list because, well, first and foremost, there's a million Backrooms games out there, and all of them are labeled just a little bit similarly, and almost too similarly to the point where you don't know which one's which anymore. To the fact where we accidentally, my friend group has two different Backrooms games because we didn't know which one was which. We have Backrooms Escape Together and Escape the Backrooms Together. And now we have this game. But if you want another one, go check it out. It's dropping May 28th. Last but not least on this list, because it's the last of the day and it's the last of this list, is a game that's a little bit more chill, a little bit more idle. And I feel like we could all use that in our life. And that game is Rock Island. Rock Island, you explore the mystery of the mysterious cube at the center of the Boulder Island. Dig out endless treasures, wake up the sleeping little boulder people, and lead them to create prosperity. It's a game where you click the button, and the more you click the button, the better the game gets. And eventually you don't even have to click the button because you have people who click the button for you. Imagine that. But yeah, Rock Island. It looks cool. It's a nice little idler game. So if you're interested in an idler game that is about rock people, go check this game out, May 28th. Now, those are the games I have for you in the month of May. There's plenty more, I'm sure, that are being released that I haven't covered. And if there are any of those that you wanted to see on this list, you should drop them in the comments for everyone else to also see. That way we can, as a community, let the world know what's being put out there. And as far as that goes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for making it this far into the list. And if you haven't already, subscribe and like and click all of the buttons. Just like, just click the buttons. Just like the Idler Rock game. Bam. Anyway, thank you, and I'll see you next time.